everyone, welcome to today's Hooray, it's Thursday. I'm Courtney, I'm Stampin' Up demonstrator from beautiful New South Wales Central Coast, and I'm here to show you some of the goodies that are coming up. So it's a little bit of a sneak peek. We have a new suite that's coming and it's called Moonlit Flora. It's coming with the new catalogue on the 5th of May. If you are a demonstrator, you can already see this beautiful suite in your demo background portal, for want of a better way of putting it. But this suite is just, it's different. It's quite the design series paper that I don't have to show you. The design series paper is quite dark. I would presume it would appeal to the New Zealand team members because there is a lot of beautiful, what are they called, ferns and everything like that in it. Now, I don't know what's happened with my other screen. It's done a runner. So let me just have a look and see if I do this. Ah, there she is. So now you can see on the screen you've got the embossing folder, and it's a 3D dynamic embossing folder. So it's actually really pretty, and there's some really nice features with it. Then we've also got our stamps and our dies. So we've got inside and outside sentiments with that. I think my favorite one on here, well, there's two of them. You make the world a better place. You're an amazing friend. Thankful for you and sincere thanks. But like, you make the world a better place. Who wouldn't love to receive a card that has that on it? Then we've got our dies. So we've got some dies that stand alone. We've got some dies that will cut out our images as well. Lots of leaves, lots of fern, like they're all fern leaves. And then we've got these little guys. They make little flowers. Right? Very similar to the flowers that are here in the stamp, but there's three different flowers essentially that you can make. So a small one, a medium one, and then a one that's sort of sitting so you can only see half of the flower. We've got two moths, for want of a better way of putting it. Maybe you can class them as butterflies, but I have a tendency to think that ones that look like this are always moths. All right, so these also go with our flowers. They can be the insides, they can just be a little bit of confetti around, but those dies are they're all joined together, but the little things that come out are really tiny, so just be aware of that. So I'm glad they're all together, because otherwise I can tell you now I'd lose them. But it's a very nice set of dies, very nice ferns. There's lots of different things that we can do with it. So I'm going to use a little bit of inspiration from the catalogue, a little bit of inspiration from my head. I've got some stamps already on blocks. I'll put some more on as we go, and we'll have a bit of a play. So keeping with the darken theme, the suite has all of our, oh, I don't need both pieces of that. It has Golden Glow in the suite, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Peaceful Pine, Secret Sea, and Berry Burst. Now, in saying that, where is my bone folder gone? Where are you, bone folder? I saw it just a minute ago. Like, I had it here. All right, let's pull this one over here. All righty. There's always a spare bone folder in this house. Okay, so this is our beautiful Secret Sea. It's a very dark, it's one of the in colours from the last lot, so 2025 to 27 in colours. Right. Peaceful Pine and Golden Glow are from our 26 to 28 in colours. Now, if you're not a demonstrator, let me tell you, I'll just press go live over here because I forgot. If you're not a demonstrator, let me tell you, you might want to wait till the 2nd of May, and you might want to think about joining. Why? She says. Heads up. Hi, Lol. How you going? There is a joining special coming, and it will include all of it. Yes, I do have the catalogue open on the page, and I do have it sitting up there, but I just think I turned the screen off, which means I don't know if you guys are still there. Let me see. I know I'm still going live over there. So, but these are the new in colours. Yep, there it is. Whew. Oh golly gosh, I can see you again. And they come in the new stamp pads. So if you were to join on the 2nd of May, there is a choice from the 2nd of May. I'm not sure what date it ends, but just starting on 2nd May, you can opt to have these guys in your hi Cheryl, in your bundle of your goodies at no extra cost, or there is a supplementary. There's some extra money that you can put in there, and I'm not sure what that is yet. So we won't talk much about that, but it is coming. Watch this space. This is our two-tone cardstock, and it's in Secret Sea as well. I thought it was Secret Sea. It's looking a bit Night of Navy-ish here. All right. Well, it does look like Night of Navy to me, to tell you the honest truth. It's supposed to be Secret Sea, but it's looking very Night of Navy-ish, but I'm going to fix that anyway. For what we're going to do today, you're going to need a blending brush. You're going to need, this one here is Peaceful Pine, and you can see it next to Lost Lagoon there. So, yeah, I'm a bit out of whack. Peaceful Pine is it's a very muted green. It's a very nice green, but it's a very muted green. So it's got like a paler undertone, which is why it looks quite nice there against our Lost Lagoon. And of course, I've got some basic white because we need some basic white. I've also brought over the tiniest little piece of our Golden Glow, and we'll see where that goes. So that one there definitely looks like it is Old Olive. And my gosh, that one there, together they look like they are Secret Sea and definitely Night of Navy. That is definitely not Secret Sea. But you know what? That doesn't matter, because what we're going to do with it, let's going to put that guy to the side. We're going to get our blending brush out, and we're going to create what essentially is going to be a hole that works. So I'm going like a hole that works into our piece of cardstock. Okay. So I'm just going to come blending from that. This is Secret Sea. I'm just going to come blending. I'll get some actual ink on it, on my blending brush. Coming in from the edges, because I really want, I was going to use the lighter side, but I don't need to use the lighter side since it doesn't seem to be a darker colour. So I'm just making our edges really dark, and I want my middle. Oh, Cheryl knows I've hurt my shoulder. Laurie knows I've hurt my shoulder. This is not nice for my shoulder. I want the middle to be lighter, and you can see how it's coming along there. The muted light of this time of night is actually showing that really nicely. A little bit fuzzy, but yeah, it's just because I'm running it around. Okay. Man, this is not nice on the good old shoulder, but that's all right. It'll be okay. So you can see how it's like it's swirling in. And if you wanted to, you could actually go around and around and around and around and around and just keep working your way out so that you do get that swirling in sort of look. Okay. All right, so it's lighter on the inside than it is on the outside. Okay, you can always take ink. You can always put more ink on. You cannot take ink off, so don't press to be too heavy-handed with it. Okay. Before we put our envelopes or any of our white down, we are going to clean off our what's you call it, glass mat. Okay. So now, with our beautiful Fern folder, now, have you all seen how our two-tone cardstock works? It's got a white core. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? All the different types of ferns. All right, so it's got a white core in it. So it cracks. All right. This is not fun. Okay, let me just move that to the side. I need two hands to pick up my cut and emboss machine because one's not working as good as the other. There is a white inner core of on our cardstock, And with that white inner core, when it goes through on our embossing folder, it cracks a little bit and you get to see a little bit. So I'm just going to put that where I want it. Now I'm putting the side up with the Stampin' Up thing because that is the embossed side where the Stampin' Up thing lives. And I've made it so that I really like these little tiny beginner fern fronds from where they're just starting. This maidenhair one's quite pretty as well, but I just really, really like those guys. So I wanted to make sure I got those on there. And that's the beauty about it. You can pick where it lands. We'll send that through. And oh my gosh, that was bad. The other thing about it is that being such a big area, it means that you can actually send a bigger piece through and then you can cut it down to where you like it. You will notice it does change. A lot of the embossing folders do change the shape a little bit of our the paper. They can sometimes make it look a little bit bigger, but can you see the effect that it's already had? Now, if you bring in a emery board of some description, doesn't matter which one, like some sort of sanding block, you can come across and you can just sand ever so gently. And I think we did this last week. I know, you know that we can do it, but you can sand ever so gently across these just for a little bit of extra depth. And you can see them coming up quite beautifully. But if we do, especially in the middle bit where that light's hitting, it gives it that silver glow that you get, like the guys from New Zealand really like on the edges of their ferns. Okay. See, doesn't it look fabulous? All right, it's such a beautiful embossing folder. The reason why I chose to use this one is because Laurie and I were talking about it when I was coming home from going to the vet. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. So looking at that, how you could just get away with just putting a piece of cardstock on the front and, you know, Bob's your uncle. All right, sentiment, sorry. Piece of cardstock, my foot. So let's do some stamping here. Okay. Little piece. Oh, that feels like white willow. All right, so I've got a few stamps already on blocks here. I absolutely love this little guy. I will give you a tip with this little guy. It is quite floppy and you can bend it and you can make it so that it just does not do what it's supposed to do. So my suggestion is that you just drop it onto your glass mat, pop your block on top of it and then peel it up and it should stay relatively straight. That's part of the plan anyway. Let's go with some Golden Glow here. Okay, these ink pads are nice and juicy. I've kept them all upside down to try and help some of the ink settle to the bottom. Because they're not foam pads like you're used to, they're felt. So one of the things that we used to say with our felt pads before is rub it like a dog and then pat it. So we go rub, 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 pat, 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 and then we'd stamp. And you seem to get a better image. Okay, so just be aware of that when you're thinking, oh, it's not stamping very nicely. If you do it that way, do the rub, 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 pat, 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 you will seem to get a better image. Now, because what color do I want to use for my sentiment? That's Secret C. It's just beautiful. And we should bring it to the top. So we're going to go with Secret C. I'm going to add some extra ferns and whatnot to this. So I think, and I'm not going to use any more Secret C. So I think we need to bring that Secret C to the top. It's a foam, it's one of our traditional foam pads. So we're just going to drop it in there a little bit. Hold your tongue right in the hope that you get it straight in there. And there you go, one sentiment. Okay, so there is lots of beautiful ferns. Like, look at the size of this guy. You will need an E block for him. But we're just actually going to, and I must have my other moth. Yeah, there it is there. Ready to cut out somewhere. And I think what I will do is I'll actually stamp him in secrecy as well, because you've got to have your moth on there. Now, instead of stamping everything else, I'm going to just cut it out of these two. Okay, so we'll just again move this guy to the side, get my muscles back into working order, bring back this guy. We've got some big plans coming for this table, and I am really looking forward to it. Let me say. Okay, just get all of these guys in order. Now, I've got two sheets. I've got two different colours here that I want to cut, and I'm going to cut. I'll do this one first. So in our pine, I'm going to cut this one here. Come on, off you come. And this guy. Then I'm going to cut this one here out of the other one along with that one. Come on, off you go. So we'll get some of these happening. Top plate. Okay. Ouch. As they say, ouch. Oh boy, the muscles are not good. Okay. Oh, look at how well that comes out. Those ladies that come to class, remember Eilish's really cool succulent crocheting that she did last year? This little die reminds me of it perfectly. Oh, come on, out you come. All right. And then we're going to send through this one. And they're really cool, these ferns. I need two of these. Oh, sorry, noisy. And then I'll die cut the ones that I've got just here. And hopefully I'll get to cut out my out you come. One, and oh, did you cut properly? You did. I don't know why it doesn't want to come out. Just if it feels like it's a little bit tough, just give it a little bit of a gentle, manipulate it with your fingers a bit, wiggle around, and then it will come out. Because it has cut properly, it's just being a bit stubborn. And then I think I'll have another one of that one. All right. I can see what I'm doing in my head. Is anyone else like that? It's like, oh, I don't know, I want to make this. And then it's a matter of, well, okay, you make that, but you're the only one who can see it in your head. Okay. Now, pretty sure, I thought there was some washi tape on the table, but it's not looking promising. So I'm afraid I'll have to send these through one at a time, because otherwise I stuff it up and I end up cutting them crooked, and we don't want that. I think it's because of the way my plates are warped. That's all right. That one turned out okay. That little guy. He's just the cutest. And he's only tiny. All right. And then we need this one here. It's a very nice, it's going to be a well-used frame. I'm pretty sure of it. When you're popping it on to your, it's like, it just fits, like you can just see the second line. Gotta hold your tongue right. It's just one of those ones that it cuts very firmly, very nicely around it. So across everything because I was cutting one of these out the other day and I had to do it 3 times. Oh, boy. Do you know what? That's not too bad, if I do say so myself. Put that back over there. Let's get all these guys out here and ready. Because there's a couple of things that I want to do with them. This one's stuck in here. Can't have that nonsense. Okay, so we've got a few ferns here. They're all looking rather beautiful. My die's all back over there. This little guy here has got bits in here that all pop out. All right. Okay. All right. And then this one here and this one here. Where's my other? Oh, it's still in the, didn't wobble it all out of my peaceful pine. Okay, just give it a little bit of a push and a shove. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? What a lovely die that is. All right, this guy here's got some little bits that need pushing out here and here. I probably could have left them in for the bit that I'm about to do, but we'll see. Now, I didn't bring over Lost Lagoon and I didn't bring it over deliberately. This time with a little blending brush. Okay, I love your good blending brushes. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit on. And I'm going to go up the middle of my fern. Okay, so I'm only just ever so slightly changing its colour. Now, you probably can't see that as well as I'd like you to be able to, but trust me, it's there. Okay, can you see it? How it's getting darker on that end? All right, so, and I'm doing it up the middle because they start to go a bit grey on the out edge. Don't push and pull too hard because you don't want to tear it. All right. If you were unsure of doing it after you've cut it, you can run a stripe up the middle of a piece of cardstock and do it that way. Oh, why am I so fuzzy? Oh, okay. Out and back in. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. And again, I'm going to do it quite dark in this part here. And I'm deliberately using a little one for this. And if you don't want to get your fingers too dirty, you can use your Take Your Pick tool, the pointy bit of your Take Your Pick tool, and just sort of make it so that it's just got a little bit of depth in there. All right. Now, our Lost Lagoon pieces, you could bring over Lost Lagoon if you wanted to, but I'm going to stick with the Peaceful Pine. And the reason why I'm sticking with Peaceful Pine is because I want it all to blend together a bit. So as much as I love the fact that these are in the Lost Lagoon colour, I want there to be a bit of Peaceful Pine in there with it, just so that they're not as, no, not, I want to say the word grey, but they're not. They're like a bluey grey colour in comparison. If you've got a dauber, you can do the same thing with a dauber, just very gently putting a little bit of extra colour for extra depth on here. Does anyone else do this, or is it just this nut house here? Okay. Okay. And again, you can always put more colour on. You cannot take it off. All right. And one last flower. Let's make it darker down the bottom down here. So a little bit of colour up here, but quite dark down here. I don't know who that is, and they can leave a message. Okay. All right. So it gives us that little bit of, oh, I'm sticking to it. So it makes it so that they're a little bit less silver, for want of a better way of putting it. Okay, so let's just clean off this table because I've got ink everywhere. All right, look at my fingers there. Oh, can't really see it, but they're a lovely shade of blue and green. That's because I need to bring my envelope in and my centre in, and I didn't want ink all over those. So we've got a variety of different Fern stamps. You could cut out and put, I don't know, for one of a better way of putting it, you could cut out and put one of your die cuts in there. You've also got this little stamp. I don't know what I'd call it, to tell you the honest truth. It's like a texture. All right. So I'm just going to put it down here just because I can. And I'm going to go matchy-matchy on the envelope. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't fit on the back. And I absolutely love this great big fern here. So let's put it on a block. Look at it. Isn't she beautiful? Now she's going to stick to my bench. I don't think I've got a block E over here, to tell you the honest truth, so we're just going to have to go with one of our retired block I's. Oh, and I don't want to do it in Golden Glow. Let's go with Peaceful Pine. Rub, 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 pat, 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 and stamp. Look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? Rub, 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 pat, pat, pat. Nice. Okay, so just put that to the side again and clean this table. Okay. All right, so we've got an inside and we've got an envelope done. Let's bring back our front piece. Now, the beauty of all these beautiful new ink colours, that they come along with new ribbon. So here's one I haven't opened before. This is the Peaceful Pine ribbon. I thought I had a pair of scissors on the table. Yep, there they are. Okay. It's got like a pretty edge on it, for want a better way of putting it. It feels thin. It's made of, I was going to say, it feels like nylon. It says bordered ribbon is my only clue. Okay, 100% polyester. Yeah. Makes it nice and soft, bends beautifully, will tie a beautiful bow. Okay. So let's stick some of that on. Got my double-sided tape here. And there is two relatively similar sides to it, but what you'll find is one side is a little bit, it's not going to show us properly. One side's a little bit shinier and the other side's a little bit duller. So down that middle strip. But essentially it's up to you, whichever side you like the best, just stick it down. Look at how the back looks. Doesn't it look fabulous? Right, so I'm just going to pull that over there like I normally would. Keep it a little bit looser than what you want, because we are going to tie it in a knot. We're going to tie some ribbon onto the other side. Okay, so it is a little bit loose. So when I say loose, like I could probably flick my fingers under it, but that is mainly because I want to be able to tie it on. I want to tie on it. And it doesn't look like I put it in the same spot. Close enough. Okay. So now I can glue this piece down. You're empty. You've got something new. That's going to make a liar of me. Get a new glue port. Here's another one. Got so many half glues hanging around. And this one's got, okay. This one had a knob sitting on it. Put some glue on your ribbon. Okay. And put it in a separate spot to where it was before. Turn that baby over and stick her on there. Ask me, it looks pretty good already. All right, You Make the World a Better Place is going to hang out here. I meant to cut a second one of that out of this. I meant to cut another one out of that. Do you know what? We are going to do it because I really want it. I want it bad enough to lift this back on. Okay. Why do I want another one of these? Everyone's saying. I actually just want one because I want to frame it. Okay. Looks good in gold. This will look good in gold. It's going to look good in our golden glow. And off you come. Okay, so because I'm actually going to double layer it like so, just so it's got a bit of a shadow. But before I do that, I'm going to pull in Trusty Wing Castella, and I'm just going to make this bit here just because I can have a little bit of a shimmery effect to it because I do love it. All right, that's going to get glued straight on, and then the whole thing will get popped up on dimensionals. Okay, so that is going to get glued on like so. And the aim of the game is to make it so it's got a similar edge on both sides. So a similar space here as there is here. Okay. All right, we'll put some dimensionals on this guy. And it's going to need to straddle my ribbon. It's looking crooked. Why did it bend? Did it move when I pushed it round? It did. When I turned it over. I could just tell because that line wasn't straight. So I'll put it up there. And it's going to straddle over the top of that ribbon. Okay. All right. Now with the ribbon, if you want to tie a bow, go right ahead. This one here, just to me, I think it would look nice with a knot rather than a bow. A bow would look nice as well, but I think sometimes just a knot also looks lovely. And you can see now how that pulls that piece of, that pulls that ribbon a little bit tighter than what it already was. Okay. So that is going to tuck underneath there as well. All right. So let me just get this guy right. Okay, cool. This guy's going to go on. Using my dimensionals. So the dimensionals aren't sitting on the actual ribbon, they're sitting above the ribbon. And yeah, I've still got to put all of my ferns on, but I wanted my sentiment on first so that I can work out where my ribbon sits so that I can then put down my dimensionals. So I'm just going to shove this guy under here just a little bit. And then, did you see how I just pushed that little piece out? And I'll just change that direction. Okay, so now I can place my ferns where I want them. And they're going to be coming like they're coming in from the sides. We're going to go over that side. Okay, and it's like I want them so they're coming in towards it. And then I was going to trim them. What do you reckon? Or are we going to go in, because I'm actually not liking it. I should have tried it before I did it. Am I going to just stick you in underneath there and have like a cluster of ferns? You know that's what I'm going to do, don't you? Right, so let's pull this guy out here for a little bit, because it is going to get back, but it is going to get tucked back in underneath there. And I'm just going to make like a cluster of ferns. All right, cool. My plan was, I was thinking I'll just bring it all in and I'll just have it coming in from all different angles. So it looks like you're looking into like a pool, but that's not going to work for me. All right. I had great intentions, but now I've changed my mind. So you can see I'm holding up my glue and I'm squeezing it so there's a tiny little bit on the tip of my end, because this one here is going to need to have glue just about, it's going to need some glue to support the majority of those fern fronds. Okay. And then this guy, come to mama. The same thing, but I don't want to put a lot of glue on there. I only want a little bit of glue because I just don't want it flopping around, but I also want to support it without it doing any damage to it, like without it going all messy. And I've just stuck my finger in the glue. Gross. And I think this one here, this is going to be the last one that I'm going to put on there. These guys are so little. I should have done it before I put my cinnamon down. Then I could have just stuck my cinnamon over the top. You know how it is. Now, what I can do here, this bit here doesn't have, and I'll do it after I've stuck it down, it's got enough room there for dimensional. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to shove it underneath here, the same as everybody else is. Stick that down, but I don't have any mini dimensional. Oh, do I? No, I don't have any mini dimensionals here. I've got black ones. Let me see if there's a mini in here. Because the black packet comes with both different sizes in the packet, not just one size. So this is a mini black dimensional, which will be perfect on here, because the white one will stand out like nobody's business, but the black one, it won't. And then that one there, so that sticks that up even though it's stuck flat down here, okay? So you can do that. All right. Then I can still come up and I can still stick that underneath there. Right, pop under there. Okay. Yeah. So this guy here is going to come up from this bottom corner and it's going to tuck under where my sentiment is. And then I'm going to trim off all my excess, which is going to just happen to be just a tiny little squidgy bit. All right. And you can do the same. Although that will look nice coming out of there. Oh boy. This is sacrilege. Watch. Okay. So we didn't want a big one, we just want a little one. Okay. And it just gives a little bit of change in the depth. Now, there is some gems that went with this suite. I've used the whole middle row. All right. I've coloured these ones here with our crisp cantaloupe, but these ones here are just divine. Now, my other take your pick tool is over on the other table. So I'm just going to use the pointy end here. And I'm going to put some relatively big drops on this one. And we'll put another two, put another one up here. I want to put them somewhere that it's, yeah, there you go. Putting them somewhere where they're smooth because they don't sit to the rough, bumpy bits as nicely as I would like. Let's stick that middle piece in. Okay, now because we're quite dark here, we've still got some ink on this tool here. So if you're watching up, if you watch up here, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to and huff on it. And what you'll notice is it starts to put more colour out. So you can actually make it so you can see that there's more colour there. So you can just take the whiteness off that edge. All right. I'll hold it up to the camera a bit so that you can see. So you'll see what I've done. And I did do a little bit of smush of around down here. Okay. So we'll put some glue on the back of this guy. Okay, move my half a fern out of the way and put this one on the inside. Alrighty. And that, my friends, happens to be, oh, it's fuzzy again. Okay, friends, who makes the world a better place? You do. And that is one of those beautiful cards that you can send to a friend, or, well, you will send to a friend. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Next week, this glorious catalogue starts with all the good fun stuff in here, including the goodies from this suite. Okay, demonstrators can get them now on pre-order. If you join, you can become a demonstrator as well, and you could enjoy that perk too. Plus, you get 20% off. I don't believe in paying full price for anything, and I like the idea of the 20% off. So, if you really like this bundle, it's around the $94.50 mark, and then you've got your embossing folder as well. So keep that in mind. And yeah, there is a joining special coming starting the 2nd of May, and then the new catalogue starts on the 5th. So very good to see you all. I hope to see you all next week. Have a fabulous week and look after yourself and make beautiful cards, but don't forget to send them. Okay, see you later. Bye.